everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna um get an overview on VPC and how the VPC is being connected to the internet, and then we're gonna test that in an EC2 instance. So let's go ahead and create an VPC first. So let's name it my VPC Munil. It's better if you name it something more appropriate, but as just doing it for the lecture, so I won't be putting a lot of attention on the naming conventions, okay? But it's better for you guys to name it very specific to whatever whatever services you're using the VPC for. So let's go ahead and create the VPC. So as you can see, the VPC has been created. So as you see, there are subnets which route tables, network connections. So we will go over these, but I'll just give you an overview of what and how everything would be connected to each other. So there's a VPC. So a VPC would be connected to to multiple subnets. A VPC has multiple subnets, and those multiple subnets connect to the route table, and that route table needs the internet connection, so it connects to an internet gateway. So this is how the whole process would be. So and I'm gonna show you the whole process and how we can implement and provide the internet to a VPC. Sorry. So let's go ahead and create a subnet first. So this is the VPC which we created. So select that, and this is my subnet name. I'm gonna choose North Virginia as my region, and I'm gonna name the CIDR as well, 0.32.0.20, and then I'm gonna add one more subnet. And for the CIDR, if you have hard time understanding, I'll add a link in the description below, so you guys can go ahead and overview on what CIDRs are and what are they used for. So just need to verify, and so I'm gonna name 0.0 and 20. Okay, and I'm gonna create the subnet. So now you can see that we have created two subnets which are in an availability zone A. So now we have created the subnets. So if we go back to the VPC, we see our VPC. You see those are connected to the route tables already. So once you create a VPC and you're connecting it to the VPC, it by default connects to the route table. So as you can see, the route table which was being created for the VPC, and this is a CIDR for that particular VPC. Now I'm going to go ahead and create an internet gateway. So internet gateway is a service which provides a VPC internet. So I'm going to name this my internet gateway, and I'm going to create the internet gateway. So now as you see, the status of the internet gateway is detached, but we need to attach it to a VPC. So this is how we attach it to the VPC. We choose the VPC which we have chosen, and then that particular internet gateway is being attached to that particular VPC. So now if we go back in VPC, and the structure, you see that the subnet has been created, which has been connected to the route table, but the route table is not connected to the internet network connection yet. So to enable that particular network connection, what we need to do is that we need to go to the route tables, and then once you create that particular route table, you can edit that route table to add the connection to the internet gateway, and you can choose the internet gateway which you have created. And once this is done, we can go back to the VPC, and now you see that there is a connection to the internet gateway by the route table. So we have successfully given internet connection to the VPC. Now your question would arise that how can we test this? So let me go ahead and go to EC2 instance. So EC2 instance is a place where you can create instances, you can create servers, and those servers can host maybe your website or maybe your database or some monitoring tools or something, monitoring strategies, monitoring servers. So it totally depends on how do you want to use the EC2 server as. So let's launch the instance. I'm gonna name my instance my demo server Monil, and then I'm gonna, so these are the AMIs. So as you can see that there are many different kinds of AMIs, so we can even browse over it. So there's Linux, there's Mac OS, Red Hat, SUS, Ubuntu, Microsoft, Debian. So you can use whatever you want, but for now I'll just go with the Amazon Linux. So as we have created the Amazon Linux, we are choosing the free tier, and the instance type you can select it according to your requirement. So there are many instant types for your computing speed, or if you want more storages or more CPU power, then you can go with a higher instance type. But for now we don't need that, so I'm just gonna go with the T2.micro, which is in the free tier. And now so there's a key pair. So this key pair is being used whenever you try to log in into your console or maybe your instance. For now let's create a demo server, and I'm going to choose the RSA, and I'm going to choose the PEM. You can even choose the PuTTY one if you're using PuTTY. So I'm going to use the OpenSSH for now. So let's create the key pair. This key pair is very important, so it's better if you save it in a very secure place, because if you lose it, it's very hard for you to log in into your instance. You would have to create a new instance, because without the SSH key you can't log in. So this is the it's gonna create the subnet group by itself, but let's edit this. We want to choose the VPC which we created, and the subnet we can choose Monil1 for now. And then we need to enable the public IP. That is very important. And then I'm gonna change my security group name It's better if you change your security group name, because uh, lizard 1, lizard 2, that doesn't make sense. You would get confused if you have more than one EC2 instances and more than one security groups. So this is created, and as you can see that we have added the security group name. So this is the configure storage, so you can add up to 30 GB in the free tier, which would be the general purpose SSD or magnetic storage. And now let's go ahead and check everything once. Looks good. Let's go ahead and launch the instance. This may take a couple of minutes to start. So as the instance is in the pending state right now, we have to wait until it is running. So as you can see, the public IP has been already assigned. If we would have disabled that public IP, this particular public IP won't be assigned, and it would be hard for you to connect to the EC2 instance from the connect. So let's test. So it is running now. So as you can see, this port 22 is open to all v4. So if you want to make your inbound security more stricter, then it's preferred to close the port 22. But for to connect to the EC2 instance connect, we need port 22. So let's go ahead and connect. As you can see, the EC2 instance has been successfully created, and let's test whether it is, if the VPC is connecting to the internet. So we can ping Google. So as you can see, it is connecting. So yeah, that was an overview on VPC. And in the next lecture, I would be going over the peering connections, net gateway, endpoints, and moreover EC2 instances as well. So stay connected, and I'll see you guys again.